Have you wanted to ask for a favor from someone, but you were scared? Then you never asked. Have you ever wanted to ask for a raise at work, but you were worried your boss may think you were not worth it? Have you wanted to share a great idea, but you were worried someone or others will think that's a silly idea? Then you hesitated and you lose a chance to share until you heard someone else shared the exact same idea sometime later. That's me. Countless Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters, you probably think I'm very confident from the outside with a big smile. Subconsciously, I'm pretty insecure and scared all the time. Especially, I'm scared to ask for something for myself. However, I'd never hesitated to speak up for others. Recently, a survey I saw on LinkedIn conducted by the female lead. 90% of the participants responded yes to the question, have you ever experienced imposter syndrome? So turned out my insecurity and fear has a term as imposter syndrome. And after I know the number, 90% of them, so I'm not alone. And I don't know how many of you have experienced the same. The question is there a way we can deal with it? Asking for it, even when you're scared, is something that I learned recently. It's a new mindset that I learned, and it has been helping me to gain confidence, to avoid some unnecessary regrets and frustrations that I mentioned earlier. Early this year, I attended a virtual conference. One of the panel speakers, Alessa Nahatis, the head of global deliverability at Adobe, stood out to me because she shared some brilliant, amazingly valuable tips and suggestions to help people boost their confidence. One of her tips stuck out was that even when you're scared, you can practice and you need to tell yourself to ask for it. So after the panel meeting, I was encouraged and inspired. I reached out to her on LinkedIn. Soon she accepted my invitation to collect. I had never had a mentor in career growth or confidence before, so I asked her to be my mentor. And at the same time, I was worried probably she wouldn't accept that. Just see, I was a total stranger to her. But surprisingly, she replied to me quickly and even willing to set up a call the next week. During the call, she was so patient and listened tentatively. She didn't talk too much, but provided very valuable suggestions. After the call and a few exchanges of emails, I felt so much more confident and satisfied, even though I was with the exact same job, but with a raise and promotion. A month after that call with Alessa, I also attended a workshop called the Humor Workshop, hosted by Toastmasters International. I believe many of you probably attended that too. During that time, I was preparing my speech for my international speech contest at the club level. My speech topic was kind of sadish. And also my writing was too serious. I wanted to add some humor into it to make it more engaging and exciting. And I reached out to a couple of the panel speakers after the workshop. I didn't get the responses right away. I thought, I was nobody. Probably they didn't think I was important enough to spend that time on. But surprisingly, 4 days later, one of them, Andrew Tarvin, who is a human engineer, TEDx speaker, keynote speaker, reached back to me and asked me if I still want any feedback or advice. I shared the recording of my speech with him. And you know what? The next day, he replied to me with detailed list of the suggestions and recommendations at the specific time of my video. I was deeply touched. I didn't really expect so much time he would spend on me, who was a total stranger. Although I only applied a couple of recommendations to my final speech, I had enormous gratitude for him. Anessa and Andrew are just two of many great people I have met recently, and they didn't only show me kindness and generosity. They also showed me the importance of the reaching out and asking for it even when you're scared. You know, there is one conference I wanted to attend for a long time, but I was scared to ask my boss. So yesterday when I was writing this speech, it reminded me. And I reached out. You know what? My company is going to sponsor me to attend the meeting next week. So if next time, if you have something you want to ask for and you're scared, what should you do? Ask for it.